So for all the mamas out there, I know situations can be tough, your environment can be tough, but just do an assessment. If you are here listening, if they're watching your channel, it's because they like the content that you are giving out and they want to feel better and be better. So it's a matter of just be aware of your surroundings and see what it is that you can change if things aren't going the way you want to go, if things are stressful at home, if your children's acting out. Just let's do an assessment at home.
Welcome, Michi.
Thank you so much for having me.
I am excited to get through today because I really resonate with your past and your journey. And I think that it's important for mums to be able to resonate with people who have walked the path before them so that they can catch a glimpse of the future, that there is hope to come out the other side.
Yes, I love that perspective. Absolutely.
Yeah. So for people who have not met you before, Michi is known for her empathic and intuitive gifts. She's a single parent that used to struggle hard for her emotionally complex past, which led her to a spiritual awakening. She now lives her passion as a certified life coach and energy healer with the background of corporate leadership. Michi dedicates her time to helping hardworking women, especially midlife professionals and single parents who feel stuck, overwhelmed, and disconnected from themselves, reset their energy and realign with their purpose. Michi's mission is to uplift women and guide them to see their own power. So I love that for you.
I love that. And just hearing you say that too is just like, this is exactly why I'm here. And it's our calling. You know, we all know when we go through our time, our awakening, we are finally able to be clear on what our calling, what our passion, what we are here, meant to do. So I love it.
Yes, absolutely. So let's dive into the moment that cracked you open. Can you let us know the real start of your spiritual awakening?
I would say, yes, we will dive right into that. And I would say that for me, and I know that this is with some others that could resonate as well, is that it was not more so just one big event, one moment that just cracked me open. Looking back and thinking back, I can clearly see each time like a layer, like an onion, and the layers kind of peeling away, peeling away. It was several moments. Each moment that I hit like a obstacle or a challenge that really affected my life, that really was emotionally heavy. It was like an other like layer peeling off, and I would find myself a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And I would say when I really, after all these episodes of my upbringing and experiencing toxic patterns and relationship issues and breakdowns, panic attacks, all these little things, finally around the time of COVID, which wasn't too far ago, is when I went through like a deep rabbit hole and more of like an awakening where I kind of knew that I was spiritual and I knew that there's very few people that aligned with me, and I knew that I wasn't resonating with the groups, the environment that I was in. I knew there was something more for me, so I said, you know what, this is a time in my life where I just want to just go for it and align with just as much as possible. And so I found a retreat. It was an ad. I found one woman who was very spiritually awoken, talking about frequencies, and she was a coach and she had a program going on, and she had mentioned a certain location where I kind of just Googled it and I said, oh, this place in Sedona, Arizona looks fantastic. And so when I went there, it wasn't for this woman's program. It was to go to the location and do one of their own programs. It was Mago Resort in Sedona, Arizona. And from there, it was a program called Finding True Self. From there, it was a series of a couple of days of kind of like peeling even more the layers back and doing a little bit of inner deep work. And that's when I kind of fell in love with energy healing. And that moment, I believe, is when I said, this is my passion. I'm loving this. I feel good. And so I took it more on a serious basis. And ever since then, I've been studying energy healing, working on myself to where now I'm certified and I'm teaching others that were in a similar path to me, single parents or high achievers, corporate women, hardworking women that are just feeling overwhelmed and disconnected. And for me, what helped me was energy healing, spirituality, connecting with other like minds. And that was like my support. And I've been glowing ever since. And it's just like aligning you, like being able to see, you're able to read yourself, understand your body, connect with source. And when you start working on your body, working on yourself and connecting with the higher source, you're just more in tune to like everything around you, in tune to what you like, what you don't like, setting boundaries. Like you're just all over, just living a better life, more fulfilling life, just because it's more confidence in yourself, and you're just walking more in alignment. And that's where I am today.
I can resonate with your journey so much. When you speak about the layers, when I went through the hardest time in my life, it was really a series of things that was just spiraled me out. I can't be here anymore. There's got to be more. And I went to a woman's retreat too. And
Yes,
that was the moment that I was like, I need this. This
it
is
was
what I
needed.
need.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
In case people can't resonate with certain words that we say, like alignment, if you don't feel like that resonates with you, choose a different word. That's how we speak, because as generators, we like to be in alignment. And so if you're not resonating, just choose a different word that suits your own human design, because you may not know your human design, but you know intuitively what feels good in your body. So just wanted
Yes.
to say that, like, right from the start. That's how we speak as generators.
Yes, yes. No, and it's very spiritually connected, and yes, that is true. And again, we didn't grow up speaking like this, but it's more so when we are blossoming into our true selves, we're able to just understand the universe more, connect more, and like you said, this is like certain higher frequency words and language that we all speak about, just because the words are just more powerful that way. And it's just something that everybody will, if they connect and they resonate with this, they too will be able to understand a little bit better. But alignment is more what feels good to you. Where's the resistance? If it's non-resistant, most likely you're in alignment with it.
Yes. Yeah, I love that. So that people
Uh-huh.
can better just understand.
Super
Okay,
cool.
so I'd love to know what sort of patterns that you notice most in women you work with, especially mums or midlife professionals.
Yes, the patterns, and I know this very well. It's burnout, it's feeling overwhelmed, it's feeling tired all the time, and it's okay. Feeling tired all the time as moms, you're a mother as well, but it is our responsibility to take care of our babies. We give our all to the babies. But one thing I find missing is we as the feminine, as the mothers, as the nurturers, we give our all, especially to our babies, of course. But what do? We end up neglecting ourselves a little bit, not taking care of ourselves. And it's just a matter of these beautiful hardworking women, because I feel for them because I've been there, and you too, you've been there. But it's just more so that we feel like we just are giving so much, and we just want to breathe and just be able to feel like some kind of like just peace and fresh air, and we just want to feel loved ourselves. We want to feel cared for ourselves. So it's a matter of work life balance. Work meaning whether you're a parent and also working a job. When you come home, you're depleted, you're emotionally and physically exhausted. It's a matter of finding time for you, schedule it in your busy schedule. I love rituals and just having self-care time. I never used to do that. And it was just like hustle, hustle, go, 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 crying in the bathroom. Okay, are my kids okay? They're fed, they're going to bed, and I give my all to them. Absolutely. But then when it's my time, it's either the TV, and who knows what kind of depression is on the TV. I ended up, around the COVID time, I chose not to listen to the news anymore. I still am in tune with what's going on, but I realize how much, and just seeing the people around me were just getting so angry and upset and going all through the workday just miserable because they've listened to certain things in the news that was scaring them so much, and this and that. For spiritual people and those that believe in higher power, higher source, we know we're going to be okay, and we understand energy and frequency. So as long as it's hard to think positive all the time, but you have to, in a way, accept the situation, and instead of your body being in turmoil and just so angry and nervous and scared, that's not doing anything better for you or your surroundings. We need to accept it, see what's going on, and just believe and just manifest that everything is going to turn out okay. And whatever is going on is some intervention or something that's going on for the higher good. Something good's going to turn around it, and just send good vibes, good energy out to those affected. And that's really all that we can do. But a lot of these, I remember during this time, it was just high stress and just negative vibes around during this time, this period. But as far as the mothers currently, it's very similar to just feeling depleted and tired all the time, burnt out. And it's just a matter of, to each lifestyle, everybody is different in their own lifestyle, whether it's their position, their title, what they're doing now. And it's a matter of finding that alone time for them. Always, I recommend doing this at nighttime before they go to bed, after the babies are asleep, because this is when you can assure you're going to go to bed, and you're not going to bring all of that weight from the day with you going to bed. And it's very important, because at nighttime, when you're sleeping in all your different REM stages, you're putting all of this into your subconscious. So whatever you're mainly thinking about at nighttime, I mean, that this is for those, and I know that you know this, like when it comes to reprogramming ourselves, the best time to do it is in the evening and first thing when you wake up, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. So many tips in there. And I can really resonate with that hitting the wall. Remember lying in bed 7.5 years ago thinking, something's got to change. That version of me would have needed to have this conversation. So thank you for being here and allowing
Yes.
us to have that space for women. I want to know women who can resonate with where we have been, if you're there now or if you've been there before and you're on your journey. Let us know and have that conversation below so that we can relate and create that community where we are all like-minded. We are here together, and it's really important that we can create that sisterhood, because that's part of, in my journey, my past, not having that. And when you're feeling alone and all the crazy stuff is happening in the world, and like you, it was that time of the crazy world, was everything was happening. I too switched off the news because I didn't need to know about all of the negative stuff, like you go to work and you're hearing it, it's
Yes.
everywhere. So
Yes.
choose your heart, because you can have something to mindlessly listen to of a morning, sure, but could you choose a better option?
Mm-hmm.
The news, the media, who is telling you what they want to hear. They're all saying the same narrative. It's not enlightening. It's not going to help you move from that. So choosing
Correct.
a podcast to listen to, having maybe just some beautiful music on in the background that's going to uplift you of a morning and start your day more positively, so that when you do go out into the outside world, or even if you're at home and you're with your little ones, it's still going to have an impact on you, which is then going to have an impact on them. It's that ripple effect that us
Oh,
mums
yes.
create.
And that's something that, if you make that little change of the many changes that we could choose, for those, this should be a challenge, that are watching the news, say 24/7, the moment, listening to it in the car, watching it when you get home, watching it in the morning. Let's make a choice. If you need to watch it, I understand, but limits the time, because all of that is just the constant frequency, the constant energy that's just constantly around you. And you're attracting those things. So it's a matter of, where does this person want to be in their life? Are you happy with how your things are going right now? And if it's something that they just want to feel better, I love how you said sisterhood, because yes, I think it's more common now. When I remember growing up, and even when I had my babies when they were really little, there wasn't so much community and women helping women and support. This is a beautiful thing that we have now. And look at, like, you and I connected so well, and it's literally just like a, hey, how are you? Like, it's a nice initial conversation sentence, and you can tell, just by seeing the type of person that they are. And especially if you're spiritual, you can actually feel the type of people. But connecting with like minds, your life will start to shift because you are no longer being held down with those that you don't resonate with anymore. And in life, I know you may love a certain type of people, a certain group of people, but sometimes change needs to happen because you're going to be held down, and this is your entire life is going to be wasted when you may know that you deserve more, that you want to excel further in life, but you can't because you're being held down by your environment, you know? So there's just so many things to talk about. That's where I am in my path these past few years, where I said, I see all these shifts and changes going on, and it's all because I decided to say, I'm going to start following what I feel good and what I want in my life. And when I started following that, connecting with like minded people, attending things that I finally enjoyed, where I always gave myself to my partner at the time. I always did everything for other people, let myself go. Never, when I was younger, did I decide to do something for my own. I was a major people pleaser, you know, so that comes with
Mm.
a lot of upbringing. And, you know, we're all built and made differently, but we can shift and change for the better. And so I just encourage everybody, yes, to find, you will find the community, you will find a sisterhood. Just look at what do you like? What do you need help with? There's so many Facebook communities out there. And just start chatting and commenting and just connecting with people that like the same things you like. And your world will start to shift for the better. That is more of your true self, your true purpose.
You touched on a few things that I want to speak into there. As women, we do tend to play the martyr and we say yes to everyone. And it's that people pleasing. We put everyone else first. We have nothing left for ourselves. And that can cause resentment inside of us, which other people don't realize that you're not wanting to show up and say yes because you're doing it. And they figure, yep, you know, everything's
Right.
good. Meanwhile, it's building in you that you've got nothing left and you're burnt out and you're feeling so exhausted. Why do I just keep saying yes to everyone else and I've got nothing left for me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's important to recognize where you're saying yes to things that don't light you up and that you really can say no to and start putting yourself first.
Yes. And there's something to say also is that, yeah, so I did that all the time. And then, oh, your life gets so much better when you finally start to say no, or you can't because of this, or I'm too busy. And people will not like that. But just
Mm.
remember that that's them, that's their insecurities, and that has nothing to do with you. You keep grounded, and they'll respect you actually more the more that you begin to say, no, I cannot, or tell them this is a no season. I've had to say that recently and saying this is my no season because I'm working on myself. And sometimes I'll be like, well, I'm bettering myself. I have things that I need to accomplish. And unfortunately, life is too noisy, too busy. We need to make better choices in life. Like you said, choose your hard. Is your hard going to be so hard just because you're going to attend these things that you really don't want to attend, knowing that you're wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars going out to fancy things or entertainment and say perhaps drinking? Or are you going to spend that time, those few weeks or few months at home building your business? Are you going to spend that time, you know, building your internal, doing deep work? You know, choose your hard, because this life, yes, I believe we do have several different lifetimes, but we are going to keep returning to our little
Oh,
earth
yeah.
school until we
Yep.
learn our little lesson. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Learn the lessons so that you can move on to your next life.
Right.
I had a guest who released emotional blocks that I'd been carrying for so many lifetimes. Ah, why didn't I learn those
Wow.
lessons? So
Right.
I
Right.
know I've done so much work this lifetime. I am moving on.
You're like, I'm done. Hit me hard because I'm getting it over with. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Learn
Yeah.
all the lessons. Let's go.
Yes, 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 yes. No,
Yes.
it has to be like that sometimes. And I've caught myself even saying like, oh, there's something, just literally one thing after the other. And I'm like, karmic loop. This is just the same pattern. I said, hit me. Like, what else? What else can I do? So I'm like, accept it. Okay, come on, whatever, it's here. You know, mine was financial blockages, energy blockages. And I truly believe through doing deep work, and then you find coaches and people that know more about this. But through generational blockages, which many people don't understand. They think like, no, that's nonsense. But it
Oh, it
really
is.
is
It's true.
energy. Exactly. And we need to then, if we can sit back, if you're not happy in your life right now, I recommend everybody to just take a step back and kind of do like a preview of your whole entire life and what is like the very first thing that comes to your mind that you're not happy with. And maybe that little thing, well, it might not be little, it might be huge, but that thing, you just take a deeper look at it and focus on that. Maybe you need to do some mindful meditations or inner child meditations, or there are blockages and it's all energy. And
Yeah.
look, I'm sure you're feeling amazing. Imagine if you never acknowledged that piece, like the emotional blockages going on or whatever is going on, like that would just take you to your grave. That's just going to keep making you feel heavy and terrible
Yeah.
moving forward. You know,
Yeah,
we've
absolutely.
got to work on it.
And the beliefs that we hold on to as well. So like you said about finances, many of us grew up hearing things like money doesn't grow on trees, or I can't afford it, or whatever
Money is
it is.
evil.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So have a look at how you look at money and finances. What's your relationship with that? Is it your belief, or is it something that you heard growing up that you have held on to? Because that is something that I had to work on too, was the financial
Uh-huh.
blockages, because you can't welcome more and be abundant in something that you have a block. Money won't come into your energy if it doesn't feel safe there. And so
Yes. Oh,
change your energy,
yes.
shift
It's
that mindset.
frequency. Yes, yes. And it's not easy at all. Like it was
No.
hard for me because I'm just like, what the hell do you mean?
Yeah.
Just think, look at these bills. Look at my account. It's like negative 600. What do you mean? How am I supposed, like, I thought it was a joke. And then finally I started understanding, and I can laugh about it now, but it's a serious thing. It's like frequency, it's energy. And actually, I just heard a amazing spiritual woman who made a comment. This is for anybody suffering financially right now. And if it's a loop, like if it's constantly like happening over and over and over, say you're constantly behind on bills, constantly in your negatives. She mentioned just because money is energy and everything is frequency, if that's constantly happening, what might be good for you just to start fresh is close that account, open a different company, open a different account somewhere else, and give it like good intentions. And when I saw the comments here, people have tried that and it actually worked for them. I did not do that, but if I think back, I'm like, huh, well, around this time, I did somehow get a different bank account at this time, because it could be some kind of like heavy stagnant energy from all of your worries and stress and anxiety hanging out there. That might be something to try, like what's gonna hurt, but when she said that, I was like, so, or you blessed exactly what's been the current account that you have now, but if it's been like this for the long time, like all year long, it's going to be hard for you to believe that it's going to repair and get better, so, and then you just got to look a little bit deeper in your life about what changes could you possibly make. Are you doing careless things, or is this really maybe a true blockage somewhere, because if you're doing all the right things and you're still in this loop, let's maybe try closing it out, intentions, doing some clearing, and open somewhere new, start fresh. And that mentality sometimes can help you just feel better and keep more positive on this side.
One of the things that I did when I did a money manifestation, cleaning out your wallet, your purse, because you want to clear out those energies and just whatever's blocking there, filling up, that's not needing to be there, because there's probably a million receipts and women's handbags. I've got it all.
Yes,
And
I
putting
guess.
$100 note in. So I carried around $100 note, and don't spend it, obviously, is key. Keep it in there because you're welcoming money, because there's an abundance. From there, what I did was I had a money box that I had just used for change, because who likes change filling up in their purse? And so then I started I put $100 note in, and then I was like, well, now I'll put 50s in, and now and so I just kept adding, because I had that mindset of welcoming more money in, and that was
Yes,
a really good thing to be able to
and that helped
see
you.
that green. Well, in
And
Australia we have
yeah,
the
and the
green
touch of it.
$100 note.
Yes,
Yeah.
And the smell of it, I mean, not that it smells like flowers, but it's just
Yep.
envisioning and
It does
seeing
have that
that.
smell. Money has that
Yes,
smell,
yes,
which is funny
yes,
because honestly, how many people have touched it? It's dropped on the ground. It's so grotty, but we're
yeah.
like, money has that smell.
Right, right. But it does. It's like that universal smell. Yes, yes, yes. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
gosh.
funny.
But also investing in it. Is your money crumbled? Are you putting it nice and flat and lined
Yeah.
up and good and
Yeah. Don't close off that
get
energy.
a
Have
cute
it up.
wallet? Yes. Is
Yeah.
your wallet ripped up? Even I don't care, go to Five and Below and you'll find a cute little thing there if yours is all ripped up, but something fresh and exciting and new. And just say, enough is enough. Thank you for this, and look at it each day, right? So it's
Yeah.
all so many things to.
And for us Aussies, Kmart, go to Kmart. You'll find a cheap
Oh,
enough wallet there.
you have that down there. That's the thing down there. Oh my gosh. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
There's a Kmart everywhere. So for the women listening who feel like they've lost themselves, how has motherhood changed in the way that you show up in your healing work?
How has motherhood changed in the way that I show up in my healing work? I would say that, and just knowing what I know now, instead of feeling so overwhelmed and stressed with the whole responsibility of being a mother, because for everyone, every mother, they go through things differently. Some go through blues, some go through extreme joy. Everybody's on different stages of motherhood. For me, I adored my children, I loved my children. I just felt exhausted and overwhelmed, and I think experiencing that, I needed to, because that's the reason that I'm here now, is to help women feel more loved and supported and cared for, and to just help guide them into the direction that, so that they don't have to feel so stuck, right? And so right now, just going through the energy healing, knowing what I know now, I feel like, as a mother, and to share with others out there, when you learn to connect more within and work on your energy, your chakra systems, you're going to be able to see your purpose, see the purpose of life, see just the amazingness of your children, and everything just feels so amazing, and you really don't need anything else, and just you're really able to just appreciate life, how you have things. And once you just let go, not think about so much of the burnout and the stress and the overwhelm, just be appreciative of your babies, these miracles that you made. Start taking care of yourself, and taking care of yourself is what's going to put off on your children as well. They're going to feel that, because children are sponges. They feel everything. They will feel when mama is stressed, when mama is, having her breakdowns, no matter how young they are, right? They're sponges. So they may start acting out if they don't even speak, or even if they can speak, like they may start acting out in ways that you don't understand. And it could be because they internally are a part of you and are feeling your stress, your worries, your anxiety. So they're feeling that. So once you get your energy aligned and balanced, and work on just grounding yourself, taking care of yourself, you're going to be a better parent for sure. You're going to just start shining and glowing in ways that you can't even imagine. And it's all for anyone, mother or not. From their inside out is super important. So once you start working from your inside, everything else will kind of fall into place. And our bodies are just such complex, beautiful miracles. So we need to take care of our body. We need to take care of ourselves. And with energy healing, what has taught me is that life is sensitive, life is so precious. So we need to take care of our bodies, because we're energy, we speak with energy, and that's how we're able to help all those around us. And as parents, and we as parents, as mothers, we want to be the best mother that we can be. And once you take care of yourself through natural healing, energy healing, it's just gonna you're gonna go far in many places. You're gonna feel good.
I relate. Fill your cup, because then you can pour from the overflow. That is
For sure.
absolutely something that we do as mothers. We do lose ourselves in motherhood. And when our children are young, we put everything that we have into being the best mum that we can. And then that doesn't stop. as the years go on, we lose ourselves in the service of others. And there's got to be that turning point where you say, is enough is enough. I,
Uh-huh.
need to fill my own cup, because that's where the burnout is. That's where you're pouring into everybody else. And when I began to do the work, I not only my confidence grew, and I saw that in my girls and their confidence grew, but
Uh-huh.
I started to do, like, I always liked to be the fun mum. So I always did the fun activities and things like that with the kids. But it was a lot of kid-like activities that they enjoyed. And then when I started to do the work on myself, I'm like, what did I love to do? I love rollerblading. And so I got a pair of blades and the kids' blades, and we started rollerblading together, because
Yes.
that's something that I enjoy too. And my joy is important. And if I can bring joy into the family with something that we can do together, like, but if that's dancing, we love to dance, and we used to put on music of a morning. We love to
Yes.
start our days that way. It just changes the energetics in the household when we're showing up for ourselves and finding ourselves again, and what truly lights us up, because it will just have that ripple effect in the family and flow on to our children, who you can say all you like, but they are learning from what you do and not what you say to them. So if you can show
A
up
hundred
as
percent.
that woman who is leading herself to heal and to grow, and they're going to see that as a powerful woman that they respect and love, and to embody that in themselves too.
Yes, you nailed it. And it's filling our cups up. We as the nurturers, as the mothers, we need to fill our cups. Children will listen, they'll see it, they'll feel it from infant to older. And this is good. It's a good lesson for them to see their mommy taking care of themselves.
Yeah. So
Love
important.
that.
And you can just see the shift. You can see the shift in your kids if you haven't done the work before. And I started doing the work, I could really see it. It's
Yes.
such a beautiful thing to watch your children be able to transform in their own confidence and going back into themselves. Because for me, I got back into my own spirituality too. And I know that my children had their own intuitive gifts. And so
Oh, nice.
it's nice to
Yes.
be able to support and nurture that in them, because I was doing it in me as well.
Amazing. And I'm just thinking back of I knew a family one time, and it was a mother. She ended up being a single mother, but this she was one that did not know how to handle stress, being a first-time mother, being a first-time single parent, and her young child, about 4 or 5 years old, was acting out in preschool and in ways that the teachers couldn't understand. The young one was having a panic attack, so young, like a couple years old, and it's because of feeling the overwhelm and the stress. And who knows how the mother was acting at home, on a daily basis. This child is growing up with this extreme stress and anger and frustration, and that's the vibration of the household. So for all the mamas out there, I know situations can be tough, your environment can be tough, but just do an assessment. If you are here listening, if they're watching your channel, it's because they like the content that you are giving out and they want to feel better and be better. So it's a matter of just be aware of your surroundings and see what it is that you can change if things aren't going the way you want to go, if things are stressful at home, if your children's acting out. Just let's do an assessment at home. Is there a lot of clutter around? Maybe the simplest thing could be one room, and just work on that room. Say no, start your boundaries, and stay home. Say, I'm staying home on this Saturday and I'm going to clear out this kitchen. And you will feel so good when you get rid of all this stuff. And guess what? A lot of times they don't want to get rid of it, but I challenge you to just, what have you not touched in the past 6 months to a year? And make your bags and donate it to a Goodwill or the church or something. And you will feel cleaner and better, and your energy, and you will actually feel so good for that day.
I'm laughing because guilty. That's the past me. She resonates with holding on to the clutter.
Well, me,
Yeah,
me too, in certain things, right? Because you're just like, oh, maybe we can keep this, and
yeah.
before you know it, this one area is just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. So when I moved and you got boxes that you haven't opened and they're just sitting there because there's no space for them, but you don't want to get rid of it. Yeah. I moved into a rental and I wasn't there long, and I decluttered and got rid of stuff. And then when my husband bought 22 acres, I still decluttered. I still like was like,
Hanging on to this, hanging on
I
to that.
I got rid of stuff before we moved in there, and then from the 22 acres we moved seaside, and so it was another decluttering. And every time, like, I'm just letting go of more and more things that they might look like lovely things, but if I'm not really using them and they're not really serving a purpose, then bye. Like, it's
Right.
just it's time to say goodbye,
Right.
and it
And it
is
feels good when you
freeing.
give it away.
Yes,
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
And if you've got
But didn't you
children's
feel
things,
good?
yeah, yeah. In Mount Isa, we used to go to the local Indigenous communities, and we would load up the Navara every time. We
Super
started at
cool.
Christmas time. It was our Christmas ritual that we did with the kids, and our whole tray was full, and it was
Oh
full
my
of
gosh.
like a big dollhouse and kids' furniture and toys and clothes, and there was just so much stuff. It was packed. And
What
when the first moment that we drove in, we got eyes on us. Everybody's like, what are they
what are
doing
these
here?
people doing here? Yeah.
Yeah. And when we pulled over at the park and we started unloading, they told their kids, go. These beautiful little kids are thank you, miss, and taking the stuff and helping
Oh,
us
precious.
unload. And so we made it our ritual that every Christmas we would get rid of things before we welcomed new toys in.
Oh,
And that was our clean
that's
out.
such a
And
good
it was
idea.
beautiful because the kids got to give, not just receive. So
Oh,
that
that's
can be
so
a way
good.
to declutter too. Because
Yeah,
kids
then
stuff, how
perfect.
much kid stuff builds up?
So much. And there's people that say, "Oh no, I want to save this to sell it, to sell it, to sell it." Check in with yourself, because if you're going to sell it, have you sold it within the year? If not, it's time to go,
Yeah,
because otherwise it'll sit there. And I get it, because it's tiring too. Sometimes it's just we're so overwhelmed. We want the weekends to relax, but you're going to feel better and your family's going to be more happy if you can just get one area at a time, and you're going to feel so much better. But I
so
love making the holidays like a time to donate, and that's like service, giving to others, and that good karma is going to come right back around. That's such a good time to do those things.
yeah. Well, you know that your kid's about to get a whole lot more stuff from, even if you try to keep it to not an overwhelming amount, they're still getting gifts from family and friends. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, if you've just got to make space for it. And it makes sense to be able to give and help your kids to have that feeling of giving.
No, amazing. And that's actually a good point as far as self-care rituals during the full moon time, where all the energy is potent, is you can do the same thing with your mind and writing things down. What do you want to get rid of? And then, shredding it up, or get rid
Yeah,
of the old, let go of what no longer serves you, and bring in the new. So,
yeah. Write it all
that
down and burn that bitch.
yes, oh, it works so wonderfully. Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes.
yeah.
And
And if the
I do
tears
that.
flow, let them. Like,
Yes.
say
And
goodbye
you
to
know
that
what's
past
cool?
stuff.
During the new year, like, this is a thing, and it's like we'll write down what we want to let go of, what no longer serves us, and then we'll light it up, honey. And it's like a nice right before the new year rings in, which some people believe in, some people don't, but it's a fun activity to also do with the kids.
Yeah, I love that. Now I
Super
want it to
cool.
be the New Year so I can do it.
Yes,
Just have to
yes,
do it at the
yes, yes.
next moon.
Yep. So much
Okay.
fun.
So, what would be one truth that you wish every woman could embody today?
One truth that everyone could embody today. I would say that you are not broken. It is a matter of being misaligned. You're not broken. So it's a matter of being rooted in true authenticity, seeing what you as a woman want, and that's going to be your purpose for living. That's going to be your fuel to live every single day.
I love
And
that.
sometimes, yes, because these dark nights of the souls and these, rock bottom days, it feels terrible. You feel like you're drowning. You feel like you're what's wrong with me, or nobody's there to help me. And just realize that it's a reason and a purpose that you're going through this. So the truth is, it sucks when we go through these times, but everybody goes through certain situations in a different way for a reason. So let's just accept it. I know it can suck, but there you can only go up from there. And as long as you accept it and just go through it rather than trying to go around it, your life is just going to blossom and feel so much better. And you'll probably have more clarity going through it rather than trying to escape it or go around it.
Yeah, you've got to go through it to grow through it, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huh?
Um, I'd like to let women know that the power is within you when you're feeling helpless and like you're at that rock bottom, and maybe you're having those crying on the bathroom floor moments, because that's the only space that you have as a mum or in your household where you
Uh,
can just let it go, that it is in here. You can move past it, and maybe you just need to look to someone who has done the work to be able to guide you, or get in touch with someone like us who can guide you through this, because the power's in there and it doesn't feel like it at that time. It doesn't feel like you have the power to get past it when you're feeling like the world is too much.
uh-huh.
But absolutely, if we can do it and we can get through the worst times in our life, then we've got
Yes.
you, sister.
Yes. And if you can recall one of those moments, wasn't it at the time when we said, just fuck it, just let it go? And as soon as we let go and just said, all right, whatever, it is what it is, like what's things just shifted for the better way faster, right? Because it
Yeah.
felt like it was day after day of this problem of this, you're stuck in the rock bottom, but you just have to just let go and go through it. And
Uh-huh.
it's gonna and the light's gonna come right afterwards.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting when I joined the sisterhood, I going through the worst time in my life. I didn't think that there was going to be all of the growth through what I've been through for me to become the woman I am today, which has been the most beautiful tool from it. I was joining a sisterhood because I needed something that was more than me, and I needed something to just be part of and feel good, and people who were taking care of themselves. I wasn't expecting that I would have so much growth. And that's the beauty of it. When you show up and you start doing the work, it is this domino effect of just knocking down more and more behaviors and patterns
Yes,
and beliefs that you're hitting that glass ceiling that is keeping you stagnant and keeping you stuck
yes,
where you are. But when you can break through, you just keep hitting more and more glass ceilings and keep rising. And it all starts with that
amen. Yep.
one step.
Exactly, that one step. And didn't you receive more compliments than ever once you started letting go and just rising, and more compliments than you probably would have received your whole lifetime? And people will notice the shift. And when you start working on yourself, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Like it was back in the day, people were afraid to say they were getting help or speaking to someone, or but once you work on yourself, you are shifting and you're glowing, and people can sense that, they can feel that. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I think that there are going to be people in your circle that don't resonate with who you're becoming, and
Yes. Ooh,
just be aware
yes.
of that. They've put you in a box because it keeps them safe. So just be
Yes.
aware that they're people that aren't going to come with you to your next season, and that's okay. Don't let it affect the woman that you're becoming on your
Yes.
journey, because it doesn't suit them to see you in another light.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I did. I moved on from a lot of people in my life that I
That was
suppose,
holding you down, right? You
yeah,
weren't going anywhere.
yeah, you do something that is not who you were before, they're going to see you differently, and be like, that's not you. Why are you doing that? It is me. It
That's
is who I'm becoming.
And
Yeah,
that's it. Yes.
yeah,
So, and then you see who is truly, truly, truly meant to be in your life for more than just a season. And, those who truly will support you will not have anything negative to say about you and why you're not spending time with them anymore and why you're doing this. And, oh, you're so strange now because you're into all the spirituality. Oh, I've heard so many things. And
yeah,
it's a matter of, what is it that you deep inside want? What do you like? Start doing all the things that you enjoy, that's for your highest good, that you like, people that make you feel good, and just keep going that path. And it's not as easy to say just ignore them, because some people are family, some people are old best friends. But you're going to have to take change. It needs to happen. You're going to have to be a little bit stronger with boundaries, and you're going to just be so much happier doing that.
yeah. Do you have any messages or tips that you would like to share that we haven't mentioned?
I just want to tell every single mama out there, you guys are such hard workers, and we mothers know how hard and tiring and stressful it is to be a mama. So keep going. You're doing amazing. You're doing the best you can right now. And if you feel somehow there's some women that they feel like they're being terrible moms because they can't give their babies enough time, or they're not doing this right, this is all a learning curve for us. We are raising tiny little humans that demand a lot of our attention. You are going to do this. You're going to be okay. And just find your support group. And what I love, and as us feminine energy women, we need to give ourselves like a little ritual, make that alone time for you. What worked for me and what I loved, which is fantastic. I don't know, some people don't like water. You love water. Is do a nice warm hot bath. I love hot water and I love hot stones, and just do some essential oil in the bath. Treat yourself good, like you're taking yourself on a date. You have drugged yourself all day long, taking care of everyone. Give yourself some attention. Love your body, love yourself, and go in the bathroom right before bedtime. Take 30 minutes and just do a nice hot bath. Throw yourself some flowers if you want. It just literally put in some high frequency. I love to listen to just frequency music like Hertz. And I mess around with tuning forks too, but you can go on YouTube and find a nice frequency music. It's just so soothing. Type meditation music, high frequency music. Or if you have a certain situation that you want to start reprogramming yourself, put on an affirmation. There's so much you can find on the internet, and play it and make this. Take care of yourself. We women, no more neglecting. It's okay to take care of yourself, and not once in a while. We should do it every single day. Check in with ourselves. You give yourself to your husband, you give yourself to your babies. Okay, what do you need? So let's just remember that. Just want to give so much big energy and love to the ladies, because we moms are hustlers and we just give so much of ourselves, and we need to take better care of ourselves.
I love that you mentioned the baths, because that is something that I did at the beginning of my journey. And not that I don't have baths now. Also, I do shower every day. I just want to say that. I don't have baths anymore. But there was something that I made time for at the beginning. That was my self-love back then, because I could spare that time at the end of the day to fill my cup with a beautiful bath, and having those nice things, like you said, essential oils.
Yeah.
Maybe you've gone to the garden and picked some flowers and you want to sprinkle some flower petals in there. Whatever the beautiful, uplifting things that you want to add. Light the candle, just put that beautiful soothing music on and soak in the bath and let the worries just melt away, because that is that's where the magic all started.
Yes.
It's feeling,
and let yourself cry. Let it out. Like, don't be ashamed. You don't have to be so strong. Like, it is the courage and strength is just being vulnerable and letting it go. And I know a lot of women who may not be yet, as strong as they want to be. Sometimes they have partners that just demand too much from them, and they may not be in the correct aligned relationship, and maybe they don't have time to do all this stuff for themselves. But it's a matter of saying, why not? Like, this is time for you. And so check in with your environment, with your partner. Like, your partner needs to support you, and speak to them and let them know, like, you're not feeling well, you need to take care of yourself, because some women will do everything for their partner and let their self go. And you're doing for the children and for the partner. You need to also put yourself as a priority, as a woman, as a mother. We've given birth to these babies, and we do a lot.
Yes. And for the women who don't have that supportive partner, that was me. I was in a toxic marriage for 26 years. And when I began my journey, was I getting the support? No. Was I giving everything to him because he was at his rock bottom? Yes, I was giving everything to him. I was giving everything to the kids. I had nothing left in the tank, but I had to make time. I had to put myself first. And the freeing thing is when I began to work on myself, my self-worth shifted. I didn't have any self-worth before. I'd been in a toxic marriage where I was told all of the things that I believed for so long, since I was 15. And so I outgrew that relationship within a couple of years of doing the work on myself, knowing that I had the self-love for me, and that I was worthy of more, and that I was worthy of being treated better. So if that's you too, mamas who are maybe in a toxic or unsupportive relationship, if it's just something that it's lack of support, then maybe it's the conversations that you need to have so that you can both be on the same page and he knows where to support you, because you need to understand that we are completely different wired to men. They don't get it. And women, we tend to speak in lingo. We don't truly say what we mean, and we expect them to understand.
Right, right. We
Men
think
are
that they
like,
can be psychic.
yeah. Men are like, you didn't say that. Yeah, but obviously I meant that. Like, this is what
Right,
I said. Nah, but how does that
right.
mean that? Because I'm a woman. Like, no, just be honest. Be honest and
Yes,
say what you mean, and have that, like, this is the support I need from you. And for women who can relate. So I'm currently in my very non-glowy phase of my cycle. I am leading into my bleed. Like, I've been zapped of energy. And last night I literally said to my husband, thank you for holding space for me while I don't have the energy to be able to show up like I normally do. Finding
that's
a man that
awesome.
can hold that space for you and understand and be there to support you, get you what you need,
Yes,
and be more hands-on, because you can't be with the kids, because you're just like, it's so draining for me to
yes,
just move or think.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I
yes.
was at war
And
with myself yesterday when so I have this beautiful Luminate, which I made sure I had this morning, and it has all of the things for energy and brain focus and clarity. And yesterday I was like, why do I even need that? I'm not taking it, because like I can't even function as to what I would need it for. What am I trying to achieve? And so I just needed to just be, because I was like, I don't have the energy to think about what, like, I don't want to, because I know myself that I'm so used to just giving and doing that the past me would have just like showed up anyway. I didn't want to have the drink that made me want to show up, because I was like, what am I showing up for? This is my part of my cycle where I've got nothing in me. Let's just be there. Like, so I did.
yes,
I was just there. This
oh,
morning I made sure that I was like, I'm recording today. I got to make sense of a conversation. I had
hey, but you're rocking it and you're doing good. And let me just give good, big, big thanks and kudos and energy to these men that are there for their women. And I just love when a man can just acknowledge and just be there. They don't really need to do anything, but just accept that we as women cannot be our fullest at all times, because we drain our easy very easily as well. Empaths, where it's easily sucked out, from the people we're with, the environments we're in, which some people cannot quite understand. And it's very easy to happen. And that's why we need to, keep aligned and recharge, reset ourselves always, for your husband too. And women out there, men also need to hear this, right? Like, as a partnership, and you just saying thank you for just holding me and giving me the space. That's just does a lot for the man, for the partner as well. Just you saying thank you. And those little things is a back and forth, building a strong bond and this beautiful relationship that's just going to be better for the kids as well. So I just want to give it to all the men out there who also are just supporting their wives and their women when they know that, they're good ladies and sometimes they cannot give and show up 110% all the time. And some days I can't cook dinner because I'm exhausted, so things like that. And for a partner to accept that is just amazing.
Yeah. Cheers to all the kings treating their
Yes.
women like queens.
Amen. Amen. Yes. Yep. Yep. And you kings, go ahead and make baths for your wives too once in a while, because we love those things.
Yeah. Funny you say that. He said to me last night, you should have a bath.
Oh, that's
Hydrogen
confirmation that
water
you need
bombs.
that.
And I was like, I don't even have the energy to get in a bath. And he goes, I can run the bath for you. And I was like, yeah.
Did he? Did he?
I just wanted a shower and feel the water rush over me. Tonight,
Yep.
when I've got more energy, that's when I'm going to get in the bath. I just couldn't.
Yay!
Like yesterday, I needed to have that water over my head and just, yeah,
That feels good, amazing too.
yeah,
And that's another episode, but water also is very powerful,
very healing.
very healing. And, whether you believe in spirits and entities or whichever, sometimes when there's just a lot of heaviness going around you or darkness that you feel or just, heavy weights, go take a shower. And you,
Yeah.
after that shower, it does something by clearing your aura. And that's a very fast way to kind of rebalance your.
Yeah, there's benefits for if you're having a panic attack. You can go and have a shower, and the water running over your head is really beneficial to bring you out of
Yes,
that. So
yes, yep, 100%. Oh,
the science is
this
there.
is such a wonderful episode full of just tips
Tips.
and goodness and so
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. I want to know, something sparked something inside you listeners today, a memory, a realization, or just even a feeling. I'd love to hear what it was. So comment below, and like, I'm here for the conversation, not just for the content. Like,
Yes.
this is my smaller audience. Over on Facebook, I have nearly 15,000. I have more interaction there. And that's what I love. I love the community and the sisterhood, because for me, that's it. That's what I
I
needed.
love it.
The value that I bring here with my guest speakers is because I've had so much value added to me on my journey, and I want to be able to share that with others who need to hear it. So
Love.
we are here for you, and I just want to build that community and that sisterhood of women who can relate and be like, me too.
Yes, I love this. And this is why I'm here sharing, time and energy with you, because exactly as you said, we're not here just to look cute and make content. No, we're here because we've been right where we've been explaining. And this is, we just want to help those hardworking women and those people out there. And life doesn't have to be so hard.
Yeah.
And that's why we're making this content. That's why we're here to just uplift the sisterhood and raise our vibrations. And it helps also the world, as a whole as well, raise and lift up. And I just love everything that you're doing as well. This is exactly why we get along.
Yes. Yes. Beautiful. Well, where can people find you? Where are your platforms? What have you got going on?
Oh, I've got a lot going on. But what I would say is the best would be Instagram, to stay connected. From there, I do have a Calendly link in my bio that if anybody wants to just jump on a free call, chat, we can do that. My Instagram is Michi DeLucien _ 333. And from there, we can stay connected. I'm always posting content on my new podcast as well, which one day I hope to have you on my podcast so we can chat about
Yeah.
even more amazing things. Is on YouTube as well. So I post content on my channel as well there. So yes, just anyone who would just love to stay connected and just be uplifted, and let's build. And that's the purpose of life, is just good service to each other and raising our energy and being the best that we can be. Let's go to our highest potential that we can on this earth in this lifetime.
Yes, absolutely. We have a soul contract with those in our life for a reason. We got to fill that so we can move on to our next life in full power, releasing what is no longer serving us and learning all of the lessons. And that is also relevant for your kids. You have a soul contract with your children. And so
Yes.
maybe if you're getting triggered by all the mothering that you need to do and all the lessons that you're learning, and you're wondering, God, why is my child so difficult, or whatever it is. They're here to teach you a lesson, and you're here to teach them a lesson. It's all a
That,
beautiful
yes,
experience that we have together in this lifetime. So
100%. You said it. Yep. Yes, I agree.
well, thank you for today, and I look forward to connecting with you again.
Thank you. Talk soon.
Wow, what a beautiful conversation. I feel like so many women needed to hear what Michi shared today. Maybe you did too. If something landed deeply for you, a memory, realization, or a feeling, I'd truly love to hear it. Your reflections, your questions, your voice, they matter. This space isn't just for listening. This is a space for growth, for connection, and rising together. So feel free to message me or comment and let me know what your biggest takeaway was, or where you're at in your own reset. And if you're navigating your own version of burnout or realignment, you're not alone. You're not broken. You're in a powerful transition. Thank you for being here. And until next time, keep coming home to yourself.